Hi Benji, my name is Andrew Glinsas and I have the pleasure of presenting this SEO audit to you, and I thank you for giving me that opportunity. I'm a big fan of the brand. I love Nature Pharmacy, CMOS. I've been consuming your product probably for almost 2 years now. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm a big fan of just the nutrition space in general. I'm a health freak. I I've lost 10 kilos in about 6 months, and I've really changed my life around. And so I'm a big health food evangelist, and I love CMOS and recommend it to friends and family. I do have a case study. I help nutrition. I have worked with Nutrition Warehouse, but the brand that I've got a recent case study is for We Are Chief, from Chief Nutrition Proprietary Limited. We've got a case study up on our website for Chief, where I'll be able to get Justin Babbitt to contact you if that's something that you want to verify, validate that I work with him, and the SEO that we've done for Chief. Great company, great brand, and you can see, we started with 5,300, 19K revenue when we started in January 2024. Scrolling down to about January 2025, so that sort of 12 months, we tripled the traffic, we tripled the sessions and the users, and we grew the organic revenue to about 66,000. This is a lot higher now, but a 250% organic growth in 12 months is amazing. I'm going to release an updated report probably in January 2026. So it's going to be amazing to be able to share sort of these details with you as well. Great company, great brand, and I love this industry and I love to serve. Now, moving over to Nature Pharmacy, actually back on We Achieve. So some of the areas I think Nature Pharmacy can definitely benefit initially is basically generating high quality, super powerful links to the brand. I think it is essential. You can see that we've got a link from the New South Wales Government, Fine Food Australia. Chief is mentioned here. In Sydney Morning Herald, we have Chief number 10. And you can see that we've got a link right next to Amazonia, which is cool because Amazonia was supposed to be a client of mine 10 years ago before the acai, before everyone knew what acai actually was. We've got a link from Sydney Morning Herald. We've got a link from news.com.au. So these will be the massive links that will help Nature's Pharmacy build our domain authority and generate and increase our search engine traffic. So understanding digital PR, understanding how we can build and attract new links is going to put even more octane fuel in your brand's engine, and it will only help to increase and improve our search engine organic growth and our organic traffic. And I can leverage yourself and your business partner a lot because you guys have kind of already been in the news, and there's a lot of digital PR strategies that we can employ and develop to generate these types of links that will increase our domain authority over time. And that alone will definitely help boost our search engine rankings. The second thing we will look at is improving or just making the changes required. Technically, your site is on Shopify, meaning we don't have full control over the information architecture, which is the URLs, which is the content, the interlinking relationships between pages, how you can map in sort of blog articles and blog content and structuring those URLs. We can't change, for example, we can't take out the word collections. Imagine if we could take out collections and replace it with CMOS. I mean, that would be 1 billion% better for us. But unfortunately, Shopify doesn't allow us to do that. So we've got to basically work within the perimeters and the confinements of the platform. So I just noticed some quick things off the bat. When you click on all products, the URL is by CMOS Gels. We already have a CMOS Gels page. So sometimes you can cause cannibalization problems. So maybe we could change by CMOS gels to because obviously it's all products, right? So you're also going to have the dried CMOS and the CMOS capsules, and you could just basically even have like, you know, CMOS supplements, or just even like CMOS, so we're not cannibalizing the URLs to contain gels, because Google, although this is not necessarily the worst page in order to show up for CMOS gels, we would aim to want to push the dedicated CMOS gels page, that we can then add new content blocks and videos, and we can improve the layout and the structure and the user experience of these pages. And so making sure that if a customer is looking for CMOS gels, we give them every best possible chance of landing on the right page. So we're not causing conflicts internally within our own system. Also, when you click on a product, this is what it's what Shopify does by default, is you click on it, and the URL is the URL that we're actually telling Google we don't want indexed. So this is what they call the non-canonical version. So if we take that URL, we'll cut this URL, we'll go site : paste it. This is site : this is going to show all the URLs that we want that would show that come up indexed. And we notice that this URL is not indexed. It did not match any document. It cannot be found in Google. And that's because we are linking to products that we're telling Google that we don't want indexed. And what does that look like? If you right click view page source, we go to the canonical. So the canonical version is the version that we're telling Google and Bing, etc., that we want these pages indexed. And so this version here, I would hope, is indexed. Yes, it is. So we got the CMOS Gel OG 500, and we've got the CMOS Gel. So if I open up these two new pages in a new tab, so we've got the 375 CMOS, the OG, and we have the 500. Now, in the URLs, we want to get as much sort of descriptive. So we've already got OG CMOS gel, and then you got like rich in antioxidants. So it doesn't hurt to put the size. It doesn't help to create just a little bit more sort of descriptive information into these titles and descriptions. And so it could be like, I don't know, like award-winning, something that if a customer sees our listings, even if we rank first, we will also want to improve click-through rate. And if I have access to your Google Search Console and your Google Analytics, I'll be able to measure by your first-party data the click-through rate of every single one of your pages and your top-performing pages, and then we can work out how to improve. So it's not just, hey, look, I'm buying the CMOS, I need to also consume it. So being first is great, but we also need to make sure that we can optimize the clicks and that our organic visibility is maximized and as healthy as possible. So even if we are ranking second or third, that we can still take full advantage of the clicks to maximize our click-through rate and generate increase in organic revenue. So making sure that we optimize these sort of titles, and these ones up here, these 5 times, if I can just roll over it, award-winning, that's great. Does it need to have Nature's Pharmacy in there as well? I would probably take that opportunity to, from that title, take that out and use other additional information that I can, by adding, we've only got 60 character limit. So we want to make sure that we are using that space to maximize our visibility as possible, as well as that click-throughs. And with 60 characters, Benji, it is a art and a science, I guess. So yeah, so when you click on, let's say, the purple butterfly product, the version that we want indexed is not the version that we are linking to. Now, the reason that we want to link to the version that we want indexed is to make sure that we are optimizing the link equity. So any authority that original CMOS Gels page has, that we are linking, that we are sending that authority to the page that we want indexed. And that relationship and that internal linking makes sure that this product has every best possible chance of ranking. Now, again, I hate the word product. So this is the actual version that we're telling Google we want index. This is the version that we need to link to. /products /CMOS gel purple butterfly. Now, I would love, in a perfect world, to take out products again and just even use, CMOS. And then all you need to do is have gels, purple butterfly. It'd be like walking to Coles or Woolies supermarket and you're expecting to find the bigger cheese under dairy. Cheese, bigger. And that URL structure, you can't do with Shopify. And that's why there are brands and clients of mine that are moving off Shopify and getting headless, because they want the full capabilities of being able to control URL structure. So we can't do much about that. So I've just refreshed the page. So products, and at the very least, we can link to these versions to make sure that these are the pages that we want to index. And look, I'm trying to run through this as quick as I possibly can. If you have a look at what we did for We Are Chief, because We Are Chief, they do have quite a few different, they've obviously got the biltong and we've got the collagen and, but we like to, for SEO, we like to sort of group them. So we've got like a carnivore category, right? Which is optimized for carnivores. And so basically this is just our meat, right? Our meat products. So we've obviously doing really well for CMOS, but we might want to even have a category, perhaps like healthy supplements, or just another form of categorization that may not necessarily be tied to the brand or to the product of CMOS, but it could be like what we did with Chief. We have like healthy snacks, chocolate snacks, where people are searching. They don't know necessarily that they, or actually more specifically, like healthy chocolate bars, where we have chocolate bars. They may not necessarily even know about our brand. So we don't want to just use, Chief's, collagen chocolate bar. We just want to rank for like something that is more known to the industry, but in terms of our product, less so important. So, it could be a range of different things that we could, categorize, like if you're like have packs for like an athlete. So, how we've got the sort of like the different flavors, you got one for women's, I think is this for menopause? I was reading. And another thing, we just got to be careful about sort of the duplication of content across different sort of pages. But that's something that we can chat in more detail, as well as even like making sure that when we do show products, we try to show the reviews, that the reviews are individual reviews that for that particular product, that they're not sort of the same reviews on every single product, because that can actually cause issues. I'm just trying to find the benefits. I'm pretty sure this is the one for women's health anyway, right? So I'm even noticing like some of this content is the same across all products. We really got to be careful about that. It can be rewritten. We just got to be careful not to always have blocks and blocks of content that's duplicated across multiple products, because what that can do is cause products. Google may not want to index the content, thinking that it's basically more or less the same thing. And so therefore, if I get your Google Search Console, we can see the data of the products that are not ranking and that are ranking. Okay. So that's why I think that's really important to do. So we could, have a section, up here called something like along the lines of like women's health. And we're targeting and we're building that collection for this particular product. We just need to have a bit of a think and a brainstorm about how best to optimize for sort of just moving out to health benefits, nutritional benefits, things, and then for those keywords to become prominent in search, and then customers getting excited, it's like, oh, I never knew what CMOS was, and so you're already kind of doing that on the blog on a more long tail benefit. How you've got the herbal allies support women's health, so you kind of doing it on a long tail. So we want to make sure that we're doing it on the sort of short tail and the more commercial keywords as well. I love the journal. I love the blog. I think it's great. I think there's a lot of questions that we can answer around the most important, like the most frequently asked questions in Google around CMOS, and we can build guides like, how long does it take for CMOS to start working in the body? How do you know when CMOS is working? Does CMOS make you tired at first? Is the high levels of iodine problematic? What is the recommended daily intake? And basically start building guides based upon a cluster of frequently asked questions in Google, in ChatGPT, et cetera, et cetera. And so we are starting to deal with a lot of questions within guides that are directly being searched from in Google from your sort of customers. We can do that for CMOS. We can do that for just general health benefits. We can do that for targeting men's health, women's health, dietitians, dieting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So start building out, like CMOS, apparently on bennerhealth.com, CMOS may soak up toxic metals like arsenic, mercury, and lead from the water in which it grows. So we know that a lot of sites are going to create this alarming counter to CMOS from, and customers are going to find it. That's why these questions are even generating in the first place. And so we need to also have a content marketing strategy in place that can combat that and deal with that. And the more sort of guides and surveys and case studies that we can produce, the more likely we are to generate those amazing links that I mentioned before. So I guess where I kind of I just touched briefly on our content marketing, our technical SEO, our link building. Once we get those three firing and optimize, then we're only going to carry and build your traffic further. We're a media company at this point, so I think it's really important that we look at the next steps will be the first party data, having a look at sort of the historical site URL analysis, taking a look at sort of making sure that there is no dead URLs, duplicate content, duplicate titles, duplicate descriptions, fixing the internal linking, building out content strategy roadmaps, building out strategies to build digital PR links, synergization, content strategies between social media. So, we might have you're quite active on social media. So if you have a look down the bottom, if you go to sometimes the lazy load can be quite annoying because now I can't get to it's hard to get to your pages. See, and your Facebook page, you can't access it unless you're logged in. That's a setting you can turn off. So let's do that. Cool. So obviously you could this is a great how to eat for menopause. So what I would do with that post, I would bring in someone to have a chat, do a video. You got your image. Let's do a blog post. Let's integrate some of our social media assets from Instagram, from TikTok, from YouTube. If you do long form video and start to repurpose content that we can then diversify and create different content assets. So we can do one video for 20 minutes on YouTube. You could have, I don't know, I didn't actually have a look, but whether you have a podcast, Benji, with your business partner, and other influencers, etc., dietitians, nutritionists, you can build out a big podcast and really take your sort of content efforts to the next level. And then we can use that to repurpose that content for our blogging as well. And you'd be surprised. You can get one piece of content and, really extrapolate that content and make sort of like 10, 15 pieces of content. You can start with a blog, and we can integrate those social media assets into the blog. So images and videos. And so when someone is typing into Google, how to eat for menopause, right? We can target the Google AI section by understanding exactly what type of content it's looking for. Let me just make sure how to same thing. So understanding exactly how the AI is working, to what type of content it's looking for, so optimize for that. Making sure that we can get our images and our videos. Like if we have like a big video, obviously it can appear in the video section. But if you have a look, like the videos, there's no clear like how to eat for menopause. There's practical tips for healthy diet in menopause, eating for menopause. I guess that's probably close. You have a look, it's pretty old. It goes for 56 minutes. Nobody's probably even looking at that anymore. So what you could do is you could create like a new video, how to eat for menopause, then create a blog. Then we can, and from that blog, we integrate that video, we integrate images. And so those images and videos could potentially appear in the standard web results. They can link back to the article. And then within the article, we can obviously, link to this particular product, the Glow State, and the bundle for menopause. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. See most ever bloom, right? So this will start to like even in your title, ever bloom as your botanical daily ritual. Like that title is not being searched for. So making sure that we are linking with the right sort of keywords, then this particular product, from all of the sort of stuff we're doing behind the scenes on the blog, etc., linking back to this product with different types of text, this product will actually increase the number of queries that it's ranking for, and that's called query counting. And so we will look at all these various technical aspects. Hopefully, I'll end it here. Benji, it'll be an honor to sit with you. Maybe we can go through this video, or you can just jot down some questions about this video that we can discuss in more detail. You're more than happy to chat with Justin. I love this space. I love your brand. I'm very passionate about it, and it will be an amazing honor to serve you and to serve your customers. Thank you so much, and make Australia healthy again. Thank you so much, and have a great day.